Azula looks into the mirror in a relatively empty room and cuts her hair in front of it, further reflecting her brokenness. The analysis has often been that Azula's recognition that fear is not the only way to control others is what causes everything to unravel around her. And this is actually quite true, but it kind of goes beyond this. You see, Azula's descent does not necessarily come from the point when Mai and Ty Lee betray her because they did not fear her enough. It is actually coming to terms that the use of fear as a tool to control others like her father has done is not effective enough for her because she's not as cold and crazy as she seems. Now don't get me wrong, she is, but she is divided by her need to prove herself and ascend the throne with another sense that desire, a level of human connection which she seeks, pursues, but also misuses throughout the series. Prime examples are all the relationships in her life. We can look at Mai and Ty Lee specifically. She has them serve her through fear, but she also enjoys their company to a degree. That's why she keeps them around her. The reality is, she believes that because of how she is, people will leave her in her life. I mean, she's also colder than others and aligns to a degree with her father's practices, so she relies on similar methods of fear as a means to keep people around her. Yet, what causes her destruction is not just the idea of fear that is crumbling around her, nor is it just the idea of Mai and Ty Lee betraying her. What causes her destruction is a question that she asks herself through the betrayal of Mai and Ty Lee. If fear cannot keep people loyal, then what can? A question her brother through empathy answers. The issue is her belief that fear can inspire a good enough or true enough kind of loyalty, which is challenged through the betrayal that she experiences. And so her destruction has less to do with the feeling of being betrayed, but more to do with her loss of hope. She put faith and hope in her father's methods of fear as a tool to control others and have others around. An example is when Azula says, "Trust is for fools, fear is the only reliable way." This is a system she believed in. Yet when the people she preferred having around her the most were not loyal in their fear of her, she loses faith in the system she has grown up to see as the best. And that is what causes the unraveling that we see in front of the mirror.